Greetings, beautiful deep divers. Wait a minute. Peace, infinite waters, diving deep once again. Beautiful deep divers. We are here. We're live streaming. Shout out to everybody in the chat. And once again, deep divers, you know me. Everything is just like, hey, let's do a live stream. We got a whole lot to talk about today, deep divers. Your vision will manifest. Repeat it with me. Your vision will manifest. My vision will manifest. Deep divers. How's everybody doing in the chat? You are appreciated, deep divers. How to manifest your vision. Never broke again, period. Get rich and find happiness. I'm about to dive deep with you. But please, can somebody get me some breakfast? Because we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello there? Beautiful deep divers. I'm sending you tons of good ass energy. Chosen one queen. I appreciate that. Thank you for the offering. Take that, take that, take that. Deep divers. I'm just, woo, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. So if you haven't seen today's masterclass, deep divers, watch it. Yeah, leave the live stream and go and watch it. Watch this video. This video will make you rich. The world's greatest money secret finally revealed. And I talk about the 10 pillars of wealth. Okay. Now, I wrote on the Instagram post, your vision will manifest. Deep divers, that's what this live stream is all about. Making movements, I appreciate that. So, I want to remind you, deep divers, the importance of having a vision. A lot of people do not have a vision. They wake up every single day and they're consuming. Don't worry, deep divers, I was there. I used to wake up, just watch television from morning till night, eating popcorn, sitting on the sofa. Now, I want to remind you, deep divers, if you are watching the television all day, if you are consuming, you are helping create their reality, not yours. What? Slow motion this side. So you have producers and then you have consumers. And I always remind you, deep divers, that you have to be producing every single day. This is 2020, deep divers, and to manifest your vision, to never be broke again, to get rich and happy, you have to learn how to be a producer. You see, rich people don't work, they supervise. And Enchanted Awakenings, I appreciate that. Rich people don't work, they supervise. In other words, the money works for them. They don't work for money. I don't work for money. The money works for me. And this is the mindset you have to get into, to be in the mindset of abundance, to manifest your vision. Every single day, ask yourself, what am I producing? What am I sending out into the world that can benefit other people? You have to provide value every single day, deep divers. That's how to manifest your vision. I want to remind you, deep divers, shout out to everybody in the chat. Money is always a tool. It's not about the money, deep divers. It's about your vision. It's about your vision. I want to remind you this, deep divers. Growing up, Stuart Bell, I appreciate that. I would buy stuff. And till this day, deep divers, I just buy dumb shit, right? I overbuy sometimes. I'm like, I don't need that, but I'll buy it anyway. You see, we have wants and we have needs. And I want to remind you about wants and needs. You see, wealthy people only buy what they need. When I was broke, I would buy what I want. I want Versace. I want Louis Vuitton. I want this. I want that. And you have to not feed your wants. You have to start listening to your needs. What is it I need right now that can help me manifest my vision? What is the essential things I need? For me, deep divers, it was a camera. Okay, back in the day, I bought a Canon 5D Mark II. And that's all I needed to create. And this camera helped me to inspire millions of people. You see, deep divers, right now, a camera is more valuable than a Porsche. What? Slow motion this side. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Deep divers, I want to remind you of this. A lot of people focus on making money, a journey to wholeness. I appreciate the offering. A lot of people focus on making money, not me, deep divers. You see, I manifested my vision. I became wealthy by, instead of saying, how can I make 1 million pounds? How can I serve 1 million people? Instead of saying, how can I make $1 million? How can I help 1 million people? When you are a service provider every single day, you get rich, you get happy, you start to manifest your vision. I want to ask you, deep divers, where is your time going? I repeat, where is your time going? If you are on your sofa every single day, that's where your time is going. And I want to remind you to wake up with a vision. Wake up with a dream, deep divers. Wake up with a plan, deep divers. Wake up with crystal clear clarity of where you need to be and what you need to do to get there. I want to remind you of feeling good, deep divers. That's how to manifest your vision every single day. Make sure you are in good vibrations, good spirits with yourself every single day. June, I appreciate that. I'm having fun, deep divers. I'm doing a little samba every single day. Now, to manifest your vision, you have some people who watch the show and you have other people who produce the show. Make sure every single day, deep divers, you are producing at least one thing. It could be writing an article. It could be making a video. You see, all of these social media platforms, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, they are ABC, MSNBC, BBC. These platforms hold tremendous power. Joe Rogan just signed a 100 million deal, Spotify deal. So us creators, we are the power right now. And this is how to manifest your vision. Start thinking big. Start thinking real big, deep divers. So big, start knowing that it's already here. That life you want, it's already here. I started to smile, deep divers. I started to say, wait a minute, it's already here. Everything I want is already here. All I got to do is just feel that vibration of what I desire. That's all I've got to do, is become a vibrational match to that which I desire. You see, when we talk of manifesting your vision, deep divers, shout out to everybody in the chat. And you do know I just did this live stream without even telling anybody. I said, hey, what the hell? Because that's what happens when abundance is flowing, baby. I want to remind you of this, that every single day, deep divers, every single day, you have a choice of what you are going to make of your life every single day. Am I going to sit down and just watch TV all day? Or am I going to be about my business? Am I going to be about something? Am I going to wake up with a plan of action every single day? Am I going to be heading towards where I need to go to? This is how to manifest the vision. Deep divers, nothing gets done by itself. Everything gets done through radical action. I'm not just a talker, deep divers. Yeah, I do like to talk, but I'm a doer. So start turning those words you say every single day. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Start turning that into action every single day. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Young Dio, I appreciate you. Everybody in the chat. We're live streaming, deep divers. I want to remind you of deep divers. Knowledge. Warren Buffett said, the more you learn, the more you earn. Read a book a day, deep divers, and get wealthy. That's what I'm doing. Every single day, my nose is in a book, deep divers. I'm reading. I'm learning. I'm expanding my mind. Why? Because knowledge is the first pillar of wealth. Self-knowledge. Also, knowledge from books, lectures, seminars. Increase your knowledge every single day. Learn how to do something. Put your Elri, I appreciate the offering. Put your mind on something that's gonna challenge. Make sure, deep divers, you go to the library. That's what I'm doing every single day. No, I'm not really, but I got my own library at home, deep divers, right? I'm reading books every single day, learning more. This is how to manifest your vision. This is how to get rich and happy, because a lot of people think that this is the only reality. Life is this way. No, the world. M115, I appreciate the offering. The world does not have to be like this, deep divers. The world can be whatever we make it. I remember, deep divers, I only had $47 in my bank account. No, I didn't. Why does everybody say $47 in their bank account, deep divers? But back in the day, I was pretty broke. Okay, I'm talking about the university days, student days, baby. I had student loan. I had a student loan, deep divers, $15,000. $15,000 for the student loan. I was in debt. And a lot of people during this lockdown on the planet, during this quarantine, during this COVID-19, let's talk about it, deep divers. A lot of people are afraid right now with this COVID-19 forced vaccinations. A lot of people are scared right now. A lot of people don't have a job right now. And I want to remind you, to manifest your vision, you have to be focused, deep divers, every single day on what is good for your soul. Fear is not good for your soul. If you are in a job, deep divers, right now, which is just over broke, which you know you don't have any love for, you need to get out. You need to get out. You need to run away. You see, a lot of people go to their job every single day and they absolutely hate it. And they wonder why they are not rich. They wonder why they are not manifesting. Because even though they're getting paper money, they aren't rich inside. They don't like themselves. Because what they're doing, they're subjecting themselves to a life of slavery. That's where a lot of people are right now. They're rushing to work just to pay the bills, but they're living a life they don't even like. And this is not how to manifest your vision. This is not how to get rich and be happy. Because at the end of the day, you're tired. Your energy battery is completely drained. So deep divers, to manifest your vision, what I'm asking you is to only do something your heart is in. Now, let me talk about the 10 pillars of wealth. Once again, shout out to everybody in the chat. Luwinda, Lally, I appreciate the offering. God bless you. May the universe bless you. So the first pillar of wealth, deep divers, and I spoke about this in the masterclass, the new video, which you got to check out. We're in the heart of nature there. But let me just go over it here. So the first pillar of wealth is knowledge of self. Do I know who I am? Do I know my needs? Okay, do I know my needs? You have to know your needs. The limitless lotus, I appreciate the offering. May the universe bless you. Do I know my needs? You see, if you buy things that you want, now the things that you acquire become a liability. What? Slow motion this side. But when you buy the things that you need, they become the greatest investment. So I want you, Black Heights, I appreciate that. I shout out to Black Heights. Appreciate you, Ralph. Let me read the whole comment. I appreciate you, Ralph. More than you will ever know. I found you 3 weeks ago and your vibe has contributed to a positive highlight in me, my family, and my team's daily life. Keep being an awesome mentor. Black Heights, I salute you. I got love for you. Shout out to you. So deep divers, I want to remind you every single day, the first pillar of health. Jennifer, I appreciate you. 333, that's my favorite number. The first pillar of wealth is knowledge. Knowledge of who you are, knowledge of the world around you, knowledge of your environment, knowledge to know your needs. You see, not every job is good for you. As you can see, a lot of people are stressed out. You have to know what it is you are here to do on the planet. So get knowledge of self. Start reconnecting to yourself every single day, deep divers. Go into nature. You see, this is where I go, deep divers. I go to infinite waters. I say, okay, universe, what is it I'm here to do on the planet? What do you want to use me for? You see, you got to get yourself, deep divers. This is the first pillar of wealth because your peace of mind is the highest form of wealth. Now, I speak of the second pillar of wealth, deep divers, which is your emotional bank balance. Your true bank account is your emotional bank balance. Like, check this out, deep divers. A lot of people want to be famous, okay? A lot of people worship celebrities. But when we talk of manifesting your vision, you have to know that you are already a star. M115, I agree with Black Heights. Your words are priceless. Thank you so much, M11 star. I appreciate you from the chat. Shout out to everybody in the chat. You have to realize how you feel about yourself, deep divers, is your true bank account. You can have all the paper money in the world, but if you feel crap, it's not going to matter. So you want to work on your emotional bank account every single day. Every single day. And that's how to start manifesting your vision. You see, deep divers, I want to remind you, being poor is a state of mind, deep divers. Just like being rich is a state of mind. It's got nothing to do with money. It's all a state of mind. Do you know your worth, deep divers? How to manifest your vision? Do you know your worth? I see so many talented people every single day. Did you know that talent emanates from the Latin talentum, which means a sum of money? You are supposed to be using your talents to attract financial freedom. That's how to manifest your vision. Start putting some value, some worth on your talents, deep divers. You ever seen those singing competitions? And there's someone who can't really sing, but they put so much worth on their voice, everybody loves them, right? You got to do the same thing. You got to say, hey, I've been given a gift. I better use it. I better start utilizing my gift. If you can sing, make an album. If you're a scientist, help the planet right now. If you're 7-day vegan challenge, if you're eating to live, start feeding us delicious plant-based foods. You got to make sure, deep divers, you are putting worth on whatever you are here to do. You see, that's how you grow. 90% of manifesting your vision is just showing up. What? Slow motion this side. Is just showing up. What do I mean by that, deep divers? I mean, every single day, if you are exercising, you are showing up. This is helping you manifest your vision. If you are somebody every single day who is like, I'm the Mona Lisa, I am priceless, that's how to manifest your vision. I want you to start visualizing, deep divers, that you are the wealthiest person on the planet. This is a great exercise to visualize. Realize that you are the most important person on the planet. Realize that you are a star, not those celebrities, but you. Visualize that in your mind, deep divers. Start putting worth on you to say, actually, I am valuable. That's the third pillar of wealth, self-worth. Your value always has to be internal. Now, when we talk of a vision, deep divers, shout out to everybody diving deep. In the chat, I see you. Do you love yourself, deep divers? Because self-love is the fourth pillar of wealth. Self-love, deep divers. Self-love. Do you love yourself, deep divers? Do you love yourself, deep divers? Because the more you get loving divers every single day, the more you can smile at yourself in the mirror, I guarantee you, you are going to be rich beyond measure. I guarantee you, your vision is going to manifest when you can see yourself and appreciate yourself, deep divers. You're manifesting your vision. You see, a lot of people, deep divers, and this was me along my early journey, I wasn't seeing myself. I was seeing other people on the TV. How can you manifest your vision, deep divers, when you're not even there with yourself? Shout out to everybody diving deep. How's everybody doing in the chat, deep divers? I just did this whole live stream without even telling anybody because we're that abundant. M115, I appreciate you. I love you. I love myself. That's what's up, M115. Always make sure you are loving yourself every single day. I want to remind you of this, deep divers. The fifth pillar of wealth is service provider. Service provider. Make sure, deep divers, you are providing a service to people. Be of service. I'm not a slave, Ralph. I'm not saying you're a slave, but you got to realize Jeff Bezos, the richest man in the Matrix, because you are the richest one in the universe, deep divers, but the richest man in the Matrix, Jeff Bezos, CEO of Amazon, he's providing service to millions of people. Ralph Smart, I'm providing a service to millions of people, enriching other people's lives. Now, this is how to manifest a vision. This is how to get rich and be happy. When you are sharing yourself with other people. You see, you have to make your vision a part of other people's visions. What? Slow motion this side. You got to make your vision, deep divers, not just about you, but a collective vision. You see, my vision for Infinite Waters, which is living your best life, becoming your greatest version. Woo! This is everyone else's vision who is connecting here. So it's not just about me. You see, to manifest, deep divers, your vision, Jeremy, I appreciate that. Jeremy J, let me just read this. I see the divine and light in you, Ralph, and within all those here in the chat. May light, joy, and abundance be yours as you continue to share your gifts with the world. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you so much, Jeremy. I appreciate that offering. You see, deep divers, being a service provider, make sure that you are providing a service. Oshko Davis 2012, I appreciate that. Let me read it. I appreciate your messages, Ralph. I appreciate all that the Creator gives us. Absolutely. So shout out to everybody in the chat. Be a service provider. You see, a lot of people keep themselves to themselves, but the best way to manifest the vision is to share that vision with other people. What is the sixth? Deep divers. Pillar of wealth. It is a support network. You see, deep divers, you have to have a team to manifest your vision. You can't do it all by yourself. You need people like I need you, deep divers. I need you. You need people. Any company has thousands of employees for a reason, because each one is doing a specific task. So when we talk of getting rich and being happy, when we talk of manifesting your vision, make sure you aren't doing everything by yourself. It's going to be a whole lot harder for you. That's the mistake I made early on. I thought I could do everything by myself. I realized I needed a community. That's what it's all about. Okay. And the seventh pillar of wealth, deep divers, let me go through them. Challenge. Shout out to everybody who's gone to Whole Foods, to the farmers market, deep divers. The seventh pillar of wealth is the fuel you put inside of your body. Are you making sure, deep divers, you are eating the best premium foods? Because this is what's going to help you navigate to where you need to go to. Are you making sure, deep divers, you're going to the fruit market every single day? Because when you have the right fuel within you, oh baby, you are going to be like a cockroach on steroids. You are going to be going places. You're going to be feeling good. You're going to be manifesting. You're going to have that glow with all of that vitamin A from all of those mangoes. So remind yourself, deep divers, that when we talk of manifesting your vision, when we talk of getting rich and being happy, you have to realize that it's got everything to do with what you're eating. You can't expect to be wealthy if you're eating off the dollar menu. What? Slow motion this side. Here's the secret, deep divers. You can eat like Jeff Bezos. You can eat like Bill Gates. The billionaires of the planet, what are they eating? You have access to that food. That's how to start getting rich and being happy. That's how to start manifesting your vision. Because if you aren't eating right, deep divers, you're not thinking right. Back in the day, what happened? I was in fast food restaurants, hamburgers, hot dogs, and I felt like crap. And this is where a lot of people get stuck with manifestation, because they forget about the food. And deep divers, food affects mood. That's why it rhymes. So make sure you're putting the right fuel inside of you every single day. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I want to tell you this, deep divers. When it comes to really manifesting your vision, ask yourself every single day, am I open to new experiences? You see, this is why a lot of people are not manifesting their vision, because with this COVID-19 on the planet, with this lockdown, a lot of people aren't even focusing on their dreams. They're focusing on all of these distractions that are going on in the world. To manifest your vision, deep divers, you have to occupy your mind every single day. You have to say, okay, what is it I want? Not what my parents want, not what my school teachers want, not what my manager wants. What do I want? Rashida Turk, I appreciate you. Thank you for the offering. What do I want? You have to be selfish with your dreams, deep divers, because if you listen to other people, you're only going to end up living someone else's life. Like the great Steve Jobs said, don't waste your life living someone else's. That's how to manifest your vision, deep divers. Let me talk about the eighth. Oh, baby. Of wealth, deep divers, let's make it rain tonight. Let's make it rain, baby. Let the abundance keep coming, deep divers. To manifest your vision, allow abundance to flow into your life. Stop saying money is evil, deep divers. All money is energy. That's all it is. So start being open to receive abundance, because you came here to live in abundance every single day. Scarcity is the illusion on the planet, deep divers. There is more than enough to go around. Abundance is our natural birthright. So the 8th pillar of health, deep divers, is to give. Make sure you are giving. Queen of Success, I appreciate that. You are awesome. Ready to receive you. I'm ready to receive you too. Luke, I appreciate you. Shout out to you, Ralph. You deserve it. I'm grateful, deep divers. That's why I give to all of you for free, day in, day out, because this is what makes me rich. Rich is realizing I create happiness. Wealth is all about you learning how to give to other people. If you are giving, you are entering the 8th pillar of wealth. If you are giving without counting the cost, if you are just sharing with the world, you are now manifesting your vision. You're turning your thoughts into actions every single day. So start giving, deep divers. Start giving. What is the 9th? Oh, baby, pillar of wealth. Now, I talk of putting yourself on the throne, deep divers. Putting yourself on the throne, realizing that you are a king, you are a queen, deep divers. It's like you're pulling up to an award ceremony. Every single day, that's how your life has to be. You got to start realizing you are royalty. You are royalty, nothing less than that. You got to start realizing every single day a red carpet is being pulled out for you. You got to realize every single day the king is in the house, the queen is in the house. You got to realize you're a big deal. That's the 9th pillar of wealth. You see, deep divers, if you don't make a fuss about yourself, why should anybody else? Oh, baby. So you got to make a fuss about yourself, deep divers. You got to pull up. You got to pull up, baby. You got to pull up, knowing that you are the shit, knowing that all of this is yours anyway. You came here to live in abundance, royalty. And this is the 9th pillar of wealth, deep divers. It's huge. When we talk of manifesting your vision, you have to believe enough in yourself first and foremost. I had the audacity to say, actually, I can inspire people online. And deep divers, I got a little tip for you. If you want to get big online, start a podcast. Joe Rogan just signed a $100 million deal with Spotify. Is Joe Rogan any different than you? Absolutely not. He's a great podcaster. You can do the same thing though. But what it takes is to believe enough in yourself to manifest the vision. You got to realize, deep diver, shout out to Nipsey Hussle, life is a marathon. There is no overnight success. When we talk of manifesting your vision, Keisha Johnson, I appreciate you. You have been a blessing in my life. Thank you. God bless. I appreciate you, Keisha. I appreciate you. You have to realize life is a marathon. Just like Nipsey Hussle said, life is a marathon, not a short sprint. To manifest your vision, deep divers, make sure you are in it for the long haul. It's a long haul flight. Are we there yet? No, we're not. Because it's a long flight, deep divers. And on the way, it's going to be a lot of turbulence. Oh my gosh. I hope the plane doesn't crash. It's not going to crash, deep divers. Just buckle your seatbelt, Dorothy, because Kansas is going bye-bye. That's what your dreams are like, deep divers. For me, it hasn't been easy. Okay, I've been making videos, but when I even first started, I'm like, gosh, this is too hard. To manifest your vision, deep divers, you got to be able to hang in there. 3 words, hang in there. Hang in there, deep divers, because you can't expect to have what you want overnight. It's going to take time. Baby's in the womb for 9 months. The cat down the road was in the womb for like 3 though. Shout out to everybody in the chat, deep divers. To manifest your vision, deep divers, realize you have to train every single day. I'm exercising, deep divers, every single day. Skating, yoga, keeping fit. I'm not as fit as I could be. I was a lot fitter back in the day. But I'm getting back on the treadmill, deep divers. Clap for me. I'm getting back because I know when I'm exercising, deep divers, when I'm in shape, I'm manifesting a whole lot more. When you are taking care of your body, deep divers, you will start to manifest your vision. So my advice to you is to never let yourself go. Don't just sit on the sofa every single day thinking that you know everything and you just want to zone out and watch TV, because now you lose sight of what you're here to do. But if you face the ocean, oh baby, you start sun gazing. Now you're going to be manifesting your vision. I was chilling in front of the sun, deep divers, today, sun gazing. I did a little Instagram live, and if you haven't already, add me on Instagram, deep divers, at official Ralph Smart. At official Ralph Smart on Instagram. Add me there. But I was sun gazing, deep divers, and I just felt incredible. And I'm like, I got to be sun gazing more. Or Deetron, I appreciate you. 333 firm foundation of self-awareness. I am abundance. Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you so much for the offering. I was literally, deep divers, sun gazing today for a good hour, just staring at the sun. And I've got to tell you, I felt pretty like superhuman, right? I even left my body, deep divers. You see, to manifest your vision, deep divers, you have to be at one with the universe. You have to be connected to the elements, whether it's the ocean, whether it's the sunshine, whether it's going hiking. You have to zone out from this matrix to know what it is you want. I always say, occupy your space. Occupy your space. That's the key, deep divers. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I appreciate all of you, deep divers. I want to remind you, deep divers, this space that you can occupy every single day is accessible to you. This is how to manifest your vision. Sit down with yourself and drink some milk. Sit down with yourself, deep divers, just for 5 minutes every single day. That's what happened to me. When I started to do that, the vision became clear. I said, okay, I want to inspire millions of people. There and then, I had clarity. If you live in a high apartment like this gentleman does, stand on the balcony and just be quiet. Your vision is going to come to you. You're going to know what it is you're here to do. See, a lot of people, if you got a balcony, stand on the balcony. If you got a garden, sit in the bench. Lie on the grass, deep dives. But really, just this time with yourself every single day. This is what's helped me to manifest my vision. The 10th pillar of wealth, deep divers. And if you haven't seen the main video, watch it after this live stream. Very powerful video in nature. And I talk about this as well, but we go into it in even more detail in that video. But the 10th pillar of wealth is alignment. Uh-oh, we're doing the 360, baby. Oh, baby, we're doing the 360. This is how to manifest the vision. This is how to get rich, deep divers, and be happy. It's got nothing to do with money. It's got everything to do with how you feel inside of you. When you are free, when you are in nature, when you are around beautiful scenery, you are the wealthiest person alive. Your vision becomes crystal clear. So make sure every single day, deep divers, you're doing the 360 somewhere in nature. How to manifest your vision, deep divers. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I needed this right now. Crucial 13, I see you. Shout out to you. Carolina, shout out to you. I see everybody in the chat. One love to you. I'm here, deep divers. I'm riding with you. I want to remind yourself, deep divers, you know, they always say that behind every successful man, there's a cat down the road behind him. That's pretty much true, right? Behind every successful man, there's a successful woman behind him. Do I agree with this? Absolutely. I'm always connecting with the feminine energy, deep divers. You got to remind yourself that love is in the air, deep divers. When you are vibing with someone, you're also manifesting your vision. When you are vibing with someone on the same frequency, deep divers, when you are doing a little samba, baby, with someone that you love, someone who believes in your vision, deep divers, all of a sudden, you will start to manifest your vision. All of a sudden, you will start to get rich. All of a sudden, when you have that love in your life, that love frequency, not that fear frequency, that love frequency. Maybe you're listening to Barry White. Maybe it's Michael Jackson. Maybe it's Lauryn Hill. Maybe it's Celine Dion. When you have that love frequency, deep divers, when you are loved up with someone, you start to manifest your vision. You start to get rich. You start to be happy. Tune into that love frequency, deep divers, every single day. We need more love on the planet. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I see you. Sherry, I appreciate that. We are surrounded by abundance. I am surrounded by abundance. Yes, I'm exercising every day in nature parks, beaches, hiking all in one day. That's fantastic. I appreciate the offering. Laura Burks, 7-Eleven. I appreciate you. Namaste. Absolutely. Shout out to all of you. And that's wonderful because Ma'at, we are surrounded by abundance. Absolutely. Absolutely, deep divers. You see, I've always had the mentality I could never run out. You see, a lot of people wake up in the poverty mindset. I was there. I used to wake up like that, deep divers. I used to wake up down and out. Like, gosh, this whole society is against me. I hate money. I hate life. I hate everything. And I was struggling, deep divers. Then I learned one thing. That we have been told abundance is a bad thing in this society. You've been told money is a bad thing. You've been told being rich is a bad thing. But what if I told you, deep divers, you came here to live like a king? You came here to live like a queen. Every single day I'm breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Woo! That's what I'm doing. You came here to live like a goddess, ladies. Like a god, fellas. You're supposed to be realizing that you are rich without anything outside of you. Let me repeat that. You are rich without anything outside of you. This is the reality many people are awakening to. That you are rich without anything outside of you. Money doesn't make you rich. You knowing who you are makes you rich. You taking responsibility for how you feel makes you rich. You internalizing your value system, deep divers, that's what makes you rich. Shout out to everybody diving deep. So, like I told you, deep divers, I'm sending love to everybody on the planet. I want to remind you, when we talk of manifesting your vision, time. Ask yourself every single day. If I'm spending an hour on Instagram, wait a minute, I could have written the first chapter of my book. That's right, deep divers. That's how I think. And that's how to manifest your vision. Every single day, say, what could I do? What else could I do in that same time? Do you know how much time people waste just in traffic alone? That's why I started to cycle. I'm like, you can't go anywhere with a car, right? So I'm cycling and I'm exercising at the same time. It's a 2-for-1. And I'm getting clarity for my vision at the same time. That's a 3-for-1. And I'm breathing in that good ass prana, baby. That's a 4-for-1. You see, clearing your headspace, deep divers, is how to manifest your vision, is how to get rich, is how to be happy. Make sure your mind is clear, free from junk. You see, a lot of people, once again, we in this matrix have been told that celebrities are so wealthy. No, deep divers, wealth is not being famous. Wealth is not how much money you have. Wealth is your sense of who you really are. What? Slow motion this side. Who am I? Deep divers. Shout out to everybody who's just joining the chat. I did this whole live stream deep divers without even telling anybody because I'm like, hey, abundance just flows. Like I always say, we're infinite waters, deep divers. We can't stop. We won't stop. Right. So I want to remind you, deep divers, wealth is not what you own materialistically. Wealth is all about how you feel inside of you on a daily basis. I've counseled multi-millionaires, deep divers. They watch my videos. They're like, Ralph, I feel depressed right now. And when I see their emotional state, I know their emotional bank balance is low. So the wealth I'm talking about is when your emotional bank balance is so high, it is through the roof, deep divers. You wake up and you feel free. This is how to manifest your vision, deep divers. Go out into a field with a paper aeroplane. How many of you make paper aeroplanes, deep divers? Well, you should start making one. And I want you just to hold it in your hand and then let it go. Let it fly, deep divers. Let it fly. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Watching you for 4 years now. I appreciate that. Shout out to you. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We're just doing a little samba, baby. One thing I want to remind you, deep divers. You see, I'm no different than anybody else. What I'm doing, you can do the same thing on YouTube, on Facebook. These platforms are tremendously powerful, deep divers. A camera is more valuable than a Ferrari. Why? Because with a camera, you can produce content. You can produce content, deep divers, with a camera. It costs less than $500 to get a 4K camera. And if you want to be fancy, you can get a 6K camera, a Blackmagic, a pocket, a 6K Blackmagic camera. Okay, it's not that expensive. And you can have stunning video quality. You can become a content creator. So when you are moving into production, you become a producer. You start feeding people. People start coming to you because you're offering a service. I want to remind you with this. I want to remind you of this, deep divers. You see, every single day I'm rich and I'm happy because I'm not expecting something. Everything I desire in my mind is already here. When you act as if one is already here, deep divers, you already have it. When you act that everything you're dreaming about is already yours, you own it. That's how to manifest your vision, deep divers. Realize your vision is already manifesting right now. All you have to do is align with it. All you have to do is be where you are supposed to be. A lot of people getting sidetracked in this matrix, deep divers. You are going there, now you're going over there. What's happening? Where are you going? So many distractions in this matrix, deep divers, from entertainment. Even your favorite music artists, they don't love you. That's why you got to listen to the lyrics. You got to listen to the beat to say, actually, is this moving me towards my purpose, or is this taking me away from who I really am? You want to be moving to frequencies and vibrations which are moving you into that abundance frequency. Do you know, deep divers, I'm listening to reggae every single day, bit of Bob Marley, classical music every single day, and hip hop. I'm listening to high vibrational music every single day. This is how to manifest your vision. Make sure you have a good soundtrack to your life. What? Slow motion this side. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Deep divers, we've been diving deep. I want to remind you, your vision is calling you. It wants you to wake up to it. It wants you to put value on it. It wants you to stop calling this a dream and start calling it a plan. It wants you, deep divers, to realize you can do this. When you realize, deep divers, you gotta start realizing there is nothing right now that is out of your reach. You know, deep divers, what this whole lockdown is about, this whole quarantine, because a lot of people think it's the end. No, deep divers, this is the system failure. Everything that's happening on the planet, deep divers, is a system failure. This is a great time to be on the planet because the world as you know it is over. It's finished. That means right now it's the rebirth. Uh-oh. Right now you can recreate yourself. Oh yes. Right now you can do anything you want. Shout out to everybody diving deep once again. Deep divers, how are you doing in the chat? I want to remind you, deep divers, to manifest your vision every single day. I want to remind you of this. There is something called the 1% Club. I'm in the 1% Club, deep divers. Now, to be in the 1% Club, you have to do what the 99% of people on planet Earth aren't willing to do. Mama Lioness, I appreciate that. 555. I reflect, fifth dimension, fifth angel, 5 stones of... I appreciate you. I appreciate the offering. You are appreciated. I want to remind you, deep divers, of the 1% Club. Auditron, I appreciate you. 111. Let the numbers align, baby. I want to remind you of the 1% Club. And this is what all the wealthy people on the planet know. Do you know, deep divers? Many billionaires do not watch TV, even though they own the TV stations and corporations. They don't actually watch TV. Do you know that many of them wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning? So I want to remind you that to be extremely wealthy, you have to be in the 1% Club. And that means you have to do what the 99% of people on the planet are not doing. What are 99% of people not doing? Many people are not believing enough in their vision. To be in the 1% Club, you have to believe in your vision. You have to be willing to do what the 99% of people aren't willing to do. That is go the extra mile. Zach Vine, I appreciate you. Thank you for the offering. Ralph is dropping gems once again, 111. Sarah, shout out to you in the chat. Oh yes, dropping gems always. You have to be willing to do what the 99% of people aren't willing to do. You see, most people, they want a job. Okay, they want a job. And what happens? They don't like it. They complain because they know they're in slavery. This is what the 99% of people do. I was there. Now, you got to remind yourself, deep divers, the time we're living, this is 2020 and beyond. You don't have to go to a job. You can create your own job. What? Slow motion this side. You can, deep divers, if you want. Say, actually, instead of going to work, I'm going to create a work that's going to serve me. You see, I told you, deep divers, I always tell you about the magic balloon. Uh-oh, you got to let it go. You got to let it go. That job that's not serving you, you got to let it go. That manager that's always screaming at you, deep divers, you got to let it go. That poverty mind state, you got to let it go. You seeing yourself as someone who never succeeds, deep divers, you got to let that balloon go, let it go. You see, this is how to manifest your vision. You got to clear everything else out of the room. You got to say, hey, you got to go. Deep divers, shout out to everybody in the chat. I want to remind you of this, deep divers, of the 1% club. You have to be willing to go the extra mile. Do you know, deep divers? I mean, it's changed a little bit now, but when I first started creating videos, I would be up sometimes all night, like figuring out how to do it, reading up on what I needed to learn, what I needed to know. I was willing to do what the 99% of people on the planet weren't willing to do. Now I'm in the 1% club. Let me send a huge shout out to Infinite Love Vibrations 3333. I appreciate you. Much love to you as well. One love to you. To be in the 1% club, deep divers, you have to be the glitch in the matrix. What? Slow motion this side. Do you know, deep divers, I'm a producer as well, okay? Now, I love making music. I actually have songs on Infinite Waters, okay? But I realized that a lot of people want to be a rapper, a singer. Like when I was growing up, a lot of people wanted to be in the music industry. But there weren't a lot of people. Zach Vine, I appreciate you. I want to save the environment, but I'm an addict. Just remind yourself, Zach, that you are the world. That's all you got to remember. You are the world. So let me tell you this, deep divers. I wanted to be in the music industry. And I went to a place. I used to go to Del Real because my university, I was in University of Westminster. In Carnaby Street, there was a place called Del Real. And a lot of artists came through there. I saw Kanye West, John Legend, before they blew up. Kanye West came in there with a hoodie. He did stand up, right? And I was like, oh, that's a good tune. Well, I met a lot of so-called celebrities there. And what I realized, deep divers, is that a lot of people, they were handing Kanye West a CD and he wasn't taking any CDs. He took one, okay? But I'm like, actually, this is becoming saturated. I got to do something else. How can I use my voice, my musical ability? Then I said, wait a minute, I can just start talking. You see, to manifest your vision, you have to realize that you are already a masterpiece. You don't have to wait for someone to put you on. You don't have to ask for a deal. You can create your own deal. What? Slow motion this side. Because a lot of artists got screwed over with the 360 deals. And that's why to manifest your vision, you have to learn about owning your masters, owning your publishing. This is how to get rich and be happy. Always do for self. Make sure you're self-made. Shout out to everybody diving deep. So I want to remind you, deep divers, you have to be in the 1% club. Everybody in the 1% club is totally different from each other. Let me repeat that. Everybody in the 1% club is totally different from each other. So you want to be able to stand out as much as possible. This is how to manifest your vision. This is how to get rich and be happy. Don't be like anybody else. Basquiat, okay? You can be an artist, a Picasso. I always say be a Picasso. Don't be Picasso, be another Picasso. Okay? Have your own art that nobody can even replicate. This is how to manifest your vision. This is how to get rich and be happy. I talk of being the Mona Lisa. The Mona Lisa is estimated to be over $1 billion. Why is that so powerful? Leonardo da Vinci's most famous work. Because someone said, hey, it's a bomb-ass painting. That's all. Well, there are other paintings which are just as good, deep divers, but somebody has put value on that one. It's the same thing with the 1% club. You got to put value on what you do. Versace, Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Fendi, these designer clothes. What if I told you, deep divers, if you are paying $1,000 for a t-shirt, I saw a Versace t-shirt for $1,000, just a white t-shirt. It had the name Versace. I said, who is going to pay $1,000 just for a t-shirt? People are, because of the name. They're in the 1% club. Why? Because they know value. They put value on their brand. So to manifest your vision, to get rich and be happy, you have to start putting value on everything you do. You have to realize it's valuable. It's significant. Shout out to everybody in the chat, deep divers. I'm sending you all good energy. You love photography and videography? That's wonderful. I want to remind you, now check this out, deep divers. I didn't say this in today's video, the masterclass, but let me tell you here. I want you to go on YouTube, okay? A lot of people have camera videos. They bought a camera and they're showing it off, and that's fantastic. Unboxing. But I've bought new cameras, deep divers. Ever wonder why Ralph doesn't do reviews of cameras on this channel? Because what I'm sharing with you now is so much more important than me doing a camera review. So to manifest your vision, to get rich and be happy, instead of just making it about something small, why not make it about something big? You see, make a statement, deep divers. Share your mission statement to the world. Stand for something, and you're going to be wealthier than you can ever imagine. Shout out to everybody diving deep. Make sure, deep divers, you're not somebody who's thinking small. You see, small minds talk about other people. They make videos about other people, bringing them down. Right? Mediocre minds talk about ideas, but extraordinary minds actually do something about it. The real rich is to be happy. Absolutely, Green. King Case, I appreciate you. Shout out to you. Let me read that. What would you say your niche is? Does it matter? Absolutely. It always matters. You see, I always say, deep divers, my mission is crystal clear, deep divers, is to help millions of people live their best lives. That's my mission statement. That's what my vision is every single day. Truth be told, love and light 777, I appreciate you. Every single day I wake up with one mission statement in mind. How can I inspire more people to live their best lives? That's all. So you have to have a mission statement. That's how to manifest your vision. What is my slogan, deep divers? You got to ask yourself this. What is your slogan? I say, feels so good to be alive, baby. That's my slogan. So every single day, it's going to feel so good to be alive. Because a lot of people, once again, deep divers, not everybody is in paradise. Some people out. Some people go to work. They're trapped. They don't know what else to do. It's stressing them out. They can't take it. They're depressed. They're anxious. I'm showing people every single day, deep divers, that you can just relax in nature. You can just chill. Be in nature. Look up at the sun, deep divers. It can be oh so wonderful. It can be oh so wonderful every single day. So this is what you got to realize. Every single day, you got to start saying, hey, I don't have to be like everybody else. You got to say, hey, I've got to become very crystal clear about what my mission statement is. We are found live life with purpose. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for the offering. You got to remind yourself, deep divers, if you don't have a mission statement, I want you to wake up every single day with just one sentence in your mind. It could be to eat the best. It could be to help other people. It could be to get fit. Whatever it is, make sure you have a mission statement. And that's going to help you manifest your vision. See, a lot of people don't know what they want. Zach Vine, I appreciate you. I'm a talented artist. My friends see my potential. I'm scared about the planet. They tell me I'm already close to do drugs before I was born. How do I escape? Okay. Now, let me tell you this, Zach Vine. I want to remind you. You said you're an artist. Your friends see your potential. That's fantastic. I'm scared about the planet. That's what you said. I want to remind you that you got to be fearless. I want to remind you, deep divers, you also got to be sober. Don't do drugs, kids. Don't do drugs. At the same time, I'm counseling people sometimes with addictions. So I always never judge anybody who has an addiction. But you got to remind yourself it's so much harder to create when you have existing addictions going on. The reason why I'm in this position, deep divers, is because I'm high every single day off that woo good ass prana, baby. That's all I do. That's the only drugs I do. I get high every single day, deep divers, off that good ass prana. But if I was drinking alcohol every single day, I wouldn't be manifesting. I wouldn't be manifesting a vision. And a lot of people, it's sad to say, people like Kurt Cobain, phenomenal artists, a lot of great artists, Amy Winehouse, a lot of artists, Mac Miller, a lot of artists, Little Peep, a lot of artists even recently have had drug addictions. And it's very hard to create when you have an addiction, because Juice WRLD, shout out to Juice WRLD, these are young artists. They got so much potential. They had so much potential. So what happens if an artist like Juice WRLD, who could freestyle for over 1 hour on Tim Westwood's show, is still alive and healthy? He's going to be even bigger than he ever was. So as an artist, your main priority has to be to stay sober and take care of yourself, self-love, self-care. That should be your main priority. A lot of artists, and I know because I'm a producer and I'm also an artist, a lot of artists stay in the studio the whole night. And what happens? That's cool. But at the same time, you're running your batteries low. You're overworking. And that's why as an artist, you have to learn how to create smart. Because music is addictive. When you're in the studio, you're there all day. Sometimes I used to be in the studio 7 hours. I'm like, gosh, but I haven't even been outside yet. Right? So a little tip, if you're an artist, take the studio outside. How can I do that, Ralph? Have a garden house, right? Create your studio in there. Have breaks every 15 minutes and just chill on the outside, on the grass. You need to protect your peace of mind as an artist. Do you know, deep divers? A lot of artists won't tell you this. Being an artist is not as glamorous as it seems. Even going on tour, that's why Mac Miller was so stressed out. It's a lot of pressure being an artist. Sean, I appreciate you. I've been sober. Thank you for the offering, Sean. I've been sober 5 years now. And your speakings have been a major part of my support. That's wonderful. I appreciate you. That's the main thing, deep divers. You see, everyone right now in this matrix has some kind of addiction. It could be Instagram addiction. We're all addicts. I'm an addict as well, deep divers, right? The question, though, is how can we all stay sober? And this is where we all have to be moving to manifest our vision. Remind yourself, deep divers, we're only using a very tiny amount of our brain. The film Lucy with Scarlett Johansson was all about accessing your brain, your whole brain functioning. Andrea, I appreciate you. The more you give, the more you receive. The more you give, the more you receive. Loads of love, Ralphie. I appreciate you, Andrea. Thank you for the offering. We got to realize, deep divers, that we can do phenomenal things. But a lot of us, we're not in alignment, myself included. Sometimes I'm like, gosh, Ralph, you could get more fit. Gosh, Ralph, you can spend more time in nature. And the more I am in nature, the more I'm exercising, taking walks, chilling with good friends, I start to manifest my vision. So we all have to remind ourselves that We have to not allow ourselves to get caught in these traps in the matrix. Ever wonder why deep divers, a lot of the music they pump out is telling you to drink alcohol, take drugs? Because if you are not sober, you're never going to manifest. I don't care how talented you are. It's going to be a huge hindrance. So the best way to manifest your vision is to stay sober and practice self-care every single day. I'm good to myself, deep divers. I give myself head massages every single day. Exit the matrix. Absolutely. That's how to manifest your vision. Exit the matrix, deep divers. You have to exit the matrix every single day. I always say, you got to run. You got to do a little 360 in nature. You got to just be a child again, deep divers. Ride a bike. Goodness sakes. That's what I'm doing. Weed, marijuana. Marijuana is a healthy herb. That's why even though it's legal in California, but in a lot of European countries it's still banned, because marijuana opens you up to the matrix for what it really is. And that's why marijuana is so powerful. But marijuana also cures people from seizures. Okay. Marijuana is extremely powerful, and it's got healing properties. It actually helps people deal with pain. But the thing with marijuana is that marijuana is the herb you take when you've already manifested. Let me repeat that. Marijuana is the herb you take when you've already manifested. Because if you are on the road to creating your vision, marijuana is going to sedate you. It's going to slow you down. That's why a lot of my friends who smoke a lot of marijuana, they're tired. Not tired, they're just chilling. Because marijuana is the love frequency. So I appreciate that, Zach. Could I have a personal consultation? Absolutely. DM me. Alexander, I appreciate you. This is the best time to be alive. Absolutely. Chris P, I appreciate you too. It is so the best time to be alive, deep divers. It's unbelievable. You see, I told you, we are the power. When you realize, deep divers, they are starting to notice even people on YouTube. That's why Joe Rogan signed with Spotify, because they're starting to realize that actually YouTube is the biggest platform. Facebook, all of these platforms are the new CNN, the new MSNBC. This is the greatest time to be alive. And right now we can spread the message that's going to change the entire planet. Shout out to everybody in the chat, deep divers. Censorship. Yeah, I know they banned David Icke, and shout out to David Icke. You know, I actually saw David Icke in Wembley many years ago. And David Icke did a 10-hour talk, deep divers. 10 hours. I was sitting in the room, and there were a lot of other people in that room who were awake. And I got to say, seeing it live was inspirational. But I always tell you, deep divers, it's not just about David Icke. It's about you as well. Your voice is just as important as David Icke's. See, this is what I'm trying to tell you. It's not about Joe Rogan. It's not about Ralph Smart. It's about you. It's about you realizing you are the power. This is how to manifest your vision. This is how to manifest your vision, to realize that nothing is stopping me from creating the next app. Jay-Z created Tidal. Okay? A streaming app to rival Spotify, and is doing pretty good. That was just the vision he had. So what's stopping you from creating the next Tidal? I've got a little manifestation secret for you, deep divers, a little tip for you. Now, World Star Hip Hop, okay, is a very popular site on the internet, but it's not so high vibrational. What if, deep divers, you were to create a conscious World Star Hip Hop with funny videos as well, but which were with a sole intention for raising people's spirits? You see, that's an idea for you right now. You can start the next World Star Hip Hop, but you can make it helping people. So it's the idea, deep divers. That's how to manifest a vision. And then it's the execution. Leia, Sarik, I appreciate you. Ralph, I met you in the park the other day. Come to Croatia. I appreciate you, Leia. Thank you so much for the offering. I'm gonna come to Croatia. In fact, I got a few friends in Croatia. It's a beautiful place. I'm gonna be there. Shout out to everybody diving deep once again, deep divers. I want to remind you of this. Yeah, world style is low vibrational. You got to remind yourself, deep divers. At the same time, is fast food. This is what the masses are addicted to. But imagine if you could make healthy fast food. And this is what you got to do. You got to make healthy fast food. Oh, that's wonderful. You produced 2 YouTube videos from my advice. That's wonderful. You see, deep divers, like I told you, it's about content creation right now. Content creation. You see, one thing a lot of people don't realize is that rich people don't care about money. For me, as a rich person, which is realizing I create happiness, I don't care about money. What really matters to me is me being truthful to who I am every single day. I've never taken a job just for money. I've quit. So when you start putting your integrity over your need for money, you will become wealthy. Because a lot of people are only there for a check. You're only going to work for a check just to pay the bills. So now you've turned your daily routine into a nightmare, into a get in, I need to get out. Hey, I used to work in a library, deep divers, when I was growing up, when I was young. And the guy there used to smoke, and he's like, gosh, I got to get out of this place. I enjoyed working at a library. Moon Healing, I appreciate you. Love and light. But over time, I realized I could do a lot more than that. And now I'm only doing what my heart is truly in. Miss Dimples88, I appreciate you. Support and love from Savannah GA. They're trying to mask us all here. Shaking my head. Still I rise. Still I rise. I appreciate the offering. And let me tell you about the masking, deep divers. Let's go into the COVID-19 1 second. A lot of people are wearing a mask on the planet. And if you don't know, deep divers, they want to make masks mandatory on airlines. This is huge. This was something which I was reading. And right now, it's getting passed. They want to say, hey, if you want to travel on a plane, you have to wear a mask. So you have to make sure, deep divers, you're also standing up for your rights to say, hey, we ain't having it. But shout out to you. This is a great time to be alive, deep divers. How to manifest your vision, get rich and be happy. Are you settling? Ask yourself every single day, am I settling? Am I settling? Am I there just to be there? Ever been in a job, deep divers, and you don't even know what you're doing there? Okay. What about this? Ever been in a job, deep divers, and you're just doing stuff to fill up time? There's nothing to do, and you know there's nothing to do, and the manager knows there's nothing to do, but you got to be there. It sucked, right? Well, right now, when we talk of getting rich, being wealthy, you're only doing something that needs to be done. What? Slow motion this side. Everything has a higher intention, has a higher purpose. Deep divers, shout out to everybody in the chat. So remind yourself, deep divers, these people that they have shown you are the gods of society, these celebrities, these billionaires. No, deep divers, you're just like them. They're ordinary people just like you. They're no different. So stop idolizing people like Jeff Bezos, Kylie Jenner, all of these people. They're just ordinary people. Nothing is stopping you from acquiring what they have. And once again, this is not about money. This is about a state of mind, deep divers. Always, always about your state of mind. This is your true wealth. This is what they don't want you to wake up to. That you are wealthy when you know who you really are. You see, I used to think that being wealthy, deep divers, was just about having a nice car. That was it. Then I started to actually counsel people with Ferraris. And some of them were miserable. I said, wait a minute, something is not adding up here. You're living in Beverly Hills, you got a nice mansion, and you're depressed? So I started to say, wait a minute, how come everybody in the skate park is so happy? What? Slow motion this side. So this is how to manifest your vision. It's got nothing to do with the awards that society presents to you. It's got everything to do with how you crown yourself every single day. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Be mindful of what you are listening to. Absolutely. Mars, keep your mouth shut. That's why you got to open your mouth, deep divers, to manifest your vision. Open your mouth. Speak your truth every single day. Do humans have superpowers like the X-Men? That's the question that came in. I truly feel so, deep divers. William Curtis, I appreciate the offering. I truly feel that we are superhuman. If we want to be. Because we haven't even tapped into what this brain can actually do, deep divers. Inside of your skull, you have the most powerful supercomputer on the planet. What? Slow motion this side. Inside of your skull, deep divers, you have the most powerful supercomputer on the planet. It's called the human brain. And that's why I told you, when you are sober, your brain can now function properly. When you are sleeping on time, your brain can now function properly. That's how to manifest your vision, deep divers. Make sure you are sleeping on time. Do you know, deep divers, every time you're sleeping, you're actually brainwashing yourself? That's right. Because cerebrospinal fluid flows through channels in the brain and it actually clears toxins from your brain. That's why after a good ass sleep, deep divers, you wake up feeling so energized. You got your vision, you're rich. That's why I always get my sleep, deep divers. I don't know about you. I always get my sleep, right? Have I noticed the Mandela effect lately? Always. I'm always seeing the Mandela effect. History repeats itself. Deep divers, I want to remind you once again, that's the 10 pillars of wealth. Not always. Conscious one, you said the richest people are the most miserable people. I don't feel so. I truly feel that rich people can be the happiest people on the planet. I'm rich, deep divers, and I'm extremely happy. So it's about a state of mind. It's about you realizing that these material possessions are only tools. They can't be more important than you. You are more important than a Ferrari. That's right. You're more valuable than a Lamborghini. That's right. So you have to start putting value on who you are as a human being. Before Versace, Louis Vuitton. No, you are more important than that. And that's what wealth is. It comes from within, absolutely. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I'm 15. I believe by the time I'm 18, I will be very successful. That's beautiful. Because deep divers, to manifest your vision, what I want to remind you is that you need to affirm it. You need to have an affirmation every single day that you say. There is something called NLP, deep divers, which is neuro-linguistic programming. Now, a lot of people say, Ralph, why do you repeat stuff? Do you know why I repeat stuff in videos, deep divers? Because as a psychologist, repetition is how you reprogram the subconscious mind. What? Slow motion this side. Shout out to you. Let me shout out to Tangeray 10 Gin and Tonic. I appreciate you. Leia Sarik, I appreciate you. Deep divers. Shout out to everybody diving deep. Everybody diving deep once again. You are amazing. What's that on my lip? It's just lip gloss, deep divers. I got to keep my lips moisturized. Shout out to everybody diving deep once again. Thank you for going live, Ralph. I love to go live, deep divers, and I'll be going more live streams for you. So when it comes to manifesting your vision, deep divers, always remind yourself that you have the keys to your vision in your hands. Shout out to everybody diving deep. You got to stay focused, deep divers. Like I always say, stay focused on where you need to go to. Don't entertain nonsense. Don't entertain drama. Make sure you know where you need to go. Remind yourself, okay? You're going to have a lot of distractions. People come in disguise. They tell you they're your friends, but really they're your enemies. The art of war. Uh-oh. To manifest your vision, you got to know you got to know about all of these things. Let me give you an example. When I first started YouTube, someone said, "Ralph, I don't like your intro. Change it." Because I was saying, "Peace, infinite waters, diving deep once again. We're here." They're like, "Ralph, I don't like this." This person kept coming on every single video and saying that. I said, "Wait a minute. Do they have a point?" I said, "No, I'm going to keep that intro. I like it." That's how I manifested my vision. What? Slow motion this side. So remind yourself, to manifest your vision, you have to know what you want, not what other people want for you. Do you know that same person, deep divers, came back and it's like, "Ralph, I still watch your videos. I love the intro." I'm like, "What?" "Oh, I get it." So realize that people they're going to tell you stuff because they're afraid of what you're going to become. They're afraid of your vision. So to manifest your vision, deep divers, have tunnel vision. Know where you need to go. Realize that people are going to come around you. When you are onto something, you're going to have a lot of people coming in disguise as friends, but they're actually enemies. They want to distract you off your path. Heather, I appreciate you. One love to you. So remind yourself, have tunnel vision. You got to be like Usain Bolt, deep divers, on the 100-meter sprint. You got to know, hey, I'm only heading to the finish line. What? Slow motion this side. I'm only heading to the finish line. I'm not even going to look at all of those spectators, those distractions. I know the race I have to run. And that's why I'm just saying, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello there? And beautiful deep divers, that is how to manifest your vision. Oh, baby, get rich and be happy. We're just, woo, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Take that, take that, take that. To everybody in the chat, I love all of you. To everybody who's been diving deep, we had a phenomenal live stream show. Once again, deep divers, I love all of you. May you manifest. Your vision will manifest. Your vision will manifest. Your vision will manifest. Shout out to everybody who's been getting the wonderful good ass prana shirts at ralphsmart.com/clothes. And deep divers, check out the new book, Feel Alive by Ralph Smart, on Amazon for more inspiring information like this. And I told you, deep divers, if you are a sexy ass model, woo, with a lot of heart, and you want to model the Infinite Waters clothing, let me know on Instagram. And if you haven't already, add me on Instagram, deep divers, at official Ralph Smart. So I just want to remind you, deep divers, I got love for you. Ralph Smart has got love for you. Peace. Infinite waters, diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy. Peace. Yo! The Limitless Lotus, I appreciate you. Have a great rest of your day, beautiful soul. Phenomenal live stream. I enjoyed this, deep divers. I'm truly happy to do the live stream. And let me tell you about this. Let me keep it going. Let me keep it going. Okay, this is the video after the video. Versatility. Never be one-dimensional. To manifest your vision, to get rich and be happy, learn how to be versatile. I make videos in nature. I make videos in the art gallery. I make videos in the gold room. I'm everywhere. Learn how to be versatile. I'm doing live streaming. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. That's how to manifest your vision. Push yourself, deep divers. Set yourself a challenge every single day. Increase your knowledge every single day. Don't think that you know everything. See, a lot of people get stuck because they think they know everything. I'm a student, deep divers. Teach me. You got to have that you got to have that mentality, deep divers. Be a constant student, always learning. Do research. Don't believe the official story. Do your own research. What does 5D mean? The fifth dimension is all about the love frequency. Like I told you, deep divers, when you are in the fear starts to disappear. Love is the truth of everything on the planet. Make sure you are in the love frequency and you will manifest. What am I talking about? Deep divers, if a couple comes together, okay, a couple comes together, they make love, what happens? What happens when they make love and something happens? A baby is born. What? Slow motion this side. That's the manifestation. So we're seeing that M1115, I appreciate that. Love to you. I appreciate the offering. So a man and a woman coming together, a baby is being born. That's a symbolic representation of what manifestation is all about. Being in the love frequency. Super JS, I appreciate you. Thank you, Ralph. Graduate, I appreciate everybody. And deep divers, like I told you, I got love for you. I got love for everybody. So is the cat down the road. Someone's asking me, Ralph, how much time does it take after awakening to align to your true purpose? That's a great question. Well, let me tell you this. And deep divers, if you got a question, let me know. Clifford Taylor, thank you, Ralph. I appreciate your offering. 5D. Thank you so much for that, Clifford. It takes a little while. Delicate Ziam, I appreciate you. Thank you for the offering. It takes a little while to find it, deep divers, because there are so many traps and labyrinths. But it comes when you begin to let everything go. All of that bullshit in the matrix, you got to let it go. And then it will come. To everybody who's diving deep, just remind yourself, like I told you, be a producer, deep diver. Start producing something. Start producing content. Start realizing that, hey, I can be like Ralph Smart, but my own version. I can be like Joe Rogan, but my own version. I can start being a content creator. I can start producing, not just consuming. Producers finance the films that you see in the movies. They can sack the director if they want. So all the power is always with the producer. What's my favorite music artist? That's a great question. You know, I got so many. You know, once again, deep divers, a lot of the music I listen to, 432 hertz, 528 hertz. A lot of the music I listen to is bossa nova music, Tom Jobim, is classical music, is reggae music, but definitely growing up, Tupac, Machiavelli, the Don definitely inspired me. Lauryn Hill, Michael Jackson, of course, you know, Bob Marley, of course, you know, Marvin Gaye, of course, you know, Tribe Called Quest, definitely. Pharrell Williams on the beats, most definitely. You know, Nas, most definitely. Beyonce's got a great voice, you know. I'm inspired by music. I don't care about anything else. I'm like, okay, how does it sound? And there are some phenomenal artists on the planet right now. I was inspired even by Juice WRLD. You know, when Juice WRLD freestyled over 1 hour, in fact, we were in talks. You know, I was like, I wanted Juice WRLD to come on Infinite Waters. It's just a shame that we couldn't make it happen. But Juice WRLD was able, Fela Kuti, absolutely. You know, Juice WRLD was able to freestyle for over 1 hour. He had a lot of talent. So there are so many talented singers even right now. But as an artist, if you're an artist, start being the glitch in the matrix. Because right now, this is your time. This is your time to shine, baby. It's your time to shine, deep divers. What do I think of the channel Spirit Science? I like Spirit Science. You know, shout out to Jordan. I used to watch Spirit Science a lot, and I still catch up on some Spirit Science. But once again, any channel that's putting out uplifting the planet, I always support. I always support that. I support you, deep divers. You've been listening to a lot of reggae music lately. That's what's up. You know, I love reggae music. Shout out to Bob Marley. Shout out to all the reggae music, all the reggae musicians. You know, reggae music is soul music. And how do I know if a song has a low vibration? That's a great question. I always say that if the song is making you feel like you aren't worthy, if the song is controlling your emotions in a negative way, it's a low vibration. Anytime you listen to a song and you want to start drinking alcohol a lot, you want to start degrading women, it's a low vibration. You better turn it off. I don't care how good the beat is, right? So anytime you're listening to a song which is high vibrational, it's going to make you love yourself more. It's going to make you feel so good to be alive. That's how you know. What's your opinion on MK Ultra? Definitely it exists. You know, there was a shooting recently, in fact, right in Texas. That's MK Ultra. Uh-oh. That's MK Ultra right there. He was saying that it was COVID-19 that made him do it. You know, we got to realize that if you haven't seen it, The Manchurian Candidate, you know, a lot of these people are just abducted, programmed, and then they're sent back out in the Matrix under mind control. What happened to Kanye West, right? You remember him in that concert? He was saying stuff about the industry. What happened? They had to take him to the hospital. He came out, totally different person. MK Ultra. Uh-oh. MK Ultra. You know, because this stuff happens, deep divers, you know. But I always say, let love guide you, not fear. Damian Marley, shout out to Damian Marley. Most definitely, he's got great music. And that's the thing. Bob Marley just created children who are just carrying on his legacy. Shout out to everybody in the chat. DMT. Do you get angel numbers in your dreams? I always get angel numbers, deep divers, in my dreams. Jen, I appreciate the offering. Stevie TV, I appreciate you. How do you feel about Akon on cryptocurrency, Bitcoin? You know, Casino, the brand, I appreciate you. I make music. Let me just read that. Chat's going so fast. I make music for people who took the red pill. How should I market myself to reach the awakened ones? Okay, let me go through these two questions. So the first one, Stevie TV, how do you feel about Akon in cryptocurrency, Bitcoin? You know, Akon is doing a lot of great works in Africa. He's helping a lot of Africa. And, you know, I always say that money is not the only currency we have to use. You want to be going into cryptocurrency, exploring it at least, but also realizing we can create a new form of currency. I know there's Ethereum, there's all these currencies, but we have to realize that once again, we can create our own system of trade. I've given my books away to so many people. They're like, Ralph, I'll send you an MP3 of my music. I'm like, thanks. Here's a book for you. That's what trade is about, deep divers. Casino the Bot, I appreciate you. You said I make music for people who took the red pill. That's what's up. How should I market myself to reach the awakened ones? Thanks for everything. I want to remind you of this. Music is the universal language. But to really reach the masses, you got to be a wizard. What am I talking about? XXXTentacion was somebody who was conscious and awake, who was inspiring millions of people. You got to be able to do it like that, but at the same time still be alive. Shout out to X. But X was helping a lot of young people. That's why the industry got shook, because X was talking about the third eye. He was talking about all kind of things. At the same time, he was cool enough to hang with his peers. So if you want to awaken the masses with your music, you don't want to come out as preachy. Look at people like Drake. All of these people, they're not telling you anything about how to improve your life. What they have is the vibe. That's the only thing that matters, is the vibe. When it comes to music, people don't want a preacher. Remind yourself that. People don't want to listen to, for you, they don't want to listen to conscious artists telling them what to do. Music isn't about that. Music is about you telling someone your own experiences. What? Slow motion this side. So my advice to you, to awaken the masses, don't try and act like you know more than them. Don't try and preach to them about, hey, you need to wake up. Don't tell anybody to wake up if you're a musician. Nobody wants to hear that shit. They want to vibe with the music. So people like Drake, the reason why Drake is #1 selling artist is because he's all about the vibe. Drake isn't stupid. Drake is awake. He's a Scorpio, for goodness sakes. I'm a Pisces. All water signs are naturally awake. But Drake is smart, because Drake is somebody who is, he's just all about the vibe. Michael Jackson, same thing. You have to learn that music is not just about teaching. It's more about emotions. If you're a musician, focus on bringing out emotions out of people, as opposed to teaching them about something. How does this song make me feel? Like when you listen to Bob Marley, it makes you feel great, right? One Love, shout out to Bob Marley, right? Redemption song. Music is about a feeling. Music is not supposed to teach anybody anything. That's why a lot of conscious artists are broke. Why? Because they're trying to preach. Leia Sarik, I appreciate you. They're trying to preach to people in their songs. Nobody wants to hear that shit. This is not Sunday school. As an artist, you got to be a renegade. And that's why people gravitate to artists who are just real and raw. You got to be real and raw. Like, talk about your life. Talk about your day-to-day issues. And I guarantee you're going to reach a lot more people. If I was an artist, I wouldn't be making videos like, I wouldn't be singing about what I'm talking about in videos. Nah. I would just be vibing with the audience. That's what real music is about. It's about the vibe. It's about the emotions. It's about the feelings. You don't want to be a preacher on music in music. You want to make sure that you can send in subliminals in music, right? And that's how to do it. Make sure you can send subliminal messages in the music. That was a great question, by the way. What about jazz? Sade music? Shout out to Sade. Phenomenal. Sade, smooth operator. Sade, she's one of a kind. You know, Sade is in a different dimension. Prince, different dimension. These artists are in a different dimension. You know, Sade, she's in her own league. She's not even human. Prince, same thing, right? Those are real artists because they can really sing. They can, like, Prince could really play instruments. You know, Sade is too real for the world right now. Absolutely. David Bowie. Absolutely. Phenomenal artist, David Bowie. Freddie Mercury, same thing. These were real musicians. But in today's world, Led Zeppelin, absolutely. You know, all of these are great musicians. MJ, absolutely. You know, these are real musicians because these are artists, you know. And if you're an artist, be a raw artist. You know, Carlos Santana, absolutely. You know, he's crazy on the guitar. But in today's world, in 2020, you have to realize that people don't care about music. If you're a musician, you better know that people don't care about the art of music anymore. What they care about is fast food. That's why 6ix9ine came out. His song got over 200 million views. So if you are a conscious artist, you have to take notes from that book to say, actually, you want to become a spectacle. That's one of the laws of power. Be a spectacle. What? Slow motion this side. You got to be a spectacle. And if you're an artist right now who's awake, you got to learn how to play the game. And then once you got their attention, drop the knowledge. You got to learn how to play the game, then drop the knowledge. So you got to play dumb. Because if you are trying to preach and get all intellectual, you're going to lose a lot of people. That's a great question. Erykah Badu, phenomenal artist, real artist, Erykah Badu, absolutely. And she's a Pisces too. So she's already connected. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Indigo, Pantheress, I appreciate you. Can you share your thoughts on mental illness and spiritual awakening? We crazy people love you too. Well, deep divers, I can share it. You know, I told you when I was in 2006 at the end of university, I had a breakdown. I had a mental breakdown. I was hospitalized for 28 days. And my mental illness was me waking up to the fact that this world is a load of nonsense. It was a spiritual awakening in disguise. So a lot of people who are having a mental crisis right now is really a spiritual awakening. And you have to allow yourself to go through that process. Realize you're not going crazy. You're just waking up. What? Slow motion this side. You are not going crazy. You're just waking up. So every single day, realize that, you know, mental health is a real thing. This matrix is designed to give you a lot of mental health problems. And you have to make sure that, hey, I got to do what I got to do to be happy. That's a secret. Don't feel that you are under pressure to do anything you don't want to do. Shout out to you. The Matrix is trash. Absolutely. You know, the Matrix has expired a long time ago. And this lockdown just is a symbol of it. You know, that it's over. It's over. Right now, we are limitless beings. We can do anything. We're doing a little samba, baby. Shout out to everybody in the chat, deep divers. We're just chopping up game. Can I get a hello there? Absolutely. How can I sleep well while I'm... Well, let me just tell you about sleep, deep divers. You know, for me, because I'm doing what I want every single day, I take naps during the day. Sometimes I'm in nature, I just chill out. Shout out to you, Fernandez. Aloha from Hawaii, my brother. Aloha. I love you. Where are you in Hawaii? Let me know, because, you know, my favorite place in Hawaii is Oahu, Lanikai Beach. You're in paradise, brother. Share some of that paradise with us. Hawaii, beautiful place. And that's the thing, deep divers. Right now, it's about going to places like Hawaii, getting connected. You know, that's how to manifest your vision. Honolulu, beautiful place. Absolutely. It's not cheap, though. You know, I went to Whole Foods in Hawaii. I said, goodness gracious. But it's worth it. Shout out to everybody diving deep. Much love to everybody, deep divers. Like I told you, you are appreciated. Hello from Copacabana, Brazil. Como vai você? Que saudade. And if you don't know, deep divers, I went to Brazil twice. Beautiful place. Rio de Janeiro. Much love from Orlando. I see you. Hello from California. I see you. You know, I want to remind you, all the way from Uganda, East Africa, in the house. In the house. Yeah. You know, deep divers, like I'm saying with you all, manifest your vision today. Realize the world is yours every single day. The world is always yours every single day. So I'm sending you all love, deep divers. We're here in the live stream. And like I say, go back, listen to this one. A lot of jewels were dropped. Australia in the house. Costa Rica. The Exchange. I see you. Please say hello. The Latimer's District, Tulsa, okay? Much love to you. The Exchange with Toy and Joy. Thank you. M1115. Thank you. How many languages do you speak? I speak a good 3 or 4. English, Creole, Portuguese, Spanish. I'm not as fluent in Spanish as Portuguese. Portuguese, I can read and write fluent Portuguese. And I got to go back to Brazil. If you live in Brazil, help a brother out, right? I'm going back to Ipanema Beach. Eat some acai, baby. Sudan in the house, beautiful place. Shout out to Sudan. I went to Sudan one time when I was on the way to Ethiopia. We stopped in Sudan, deep divers. It was so hot in Sudan, 45 degrees, okay? Celsius. Over 100 degrees Fahrenheit. It was so hot in Sudan. Goodness gracious. It's a beautiful place though. I just remember the heat. That shows you the sun is alive there. Welcome to Qatar. Shout out to you. You're an inspiration. Come to Florianopolis in Brazil. I would love to go there. You know, I went to Salvador. I went to Recife. I got to go to the north of Brazil, most definitely. We are the world. We are the children. Absolutely. Have you ever heard that? Have you heard that song? We are the world, deep divers. Most definitely. Speak a little Portuguese. Como vai você? O que fazendo? Okay. O que você fazendo? What are you doing, deep divers? Can I get a hello there? Much love to France in the house. Shout out to Pakistan. Mexico in the house. Nambia in the house. Deep divers, we're international right now. We're global. Yeah, that's one thing. Because when I spent a lot of time in Brazil, and this is the thing. When I went to Rio de Janeiro, deep divers, you know, they have a lot of favelas around there. Favelas, right? And you see in some countries, shout out to everybody diving deep. In some countries, rich people live in the mountains. In Brazil, the rich people, they live by the beach. So the people with the best views are in the favelas. Deep divers, I'm sending everybody love. Much love to you. We've really been on this live stream. I love all of you. Keep diving deep. You are appreciated. Speak Spanish. ¿Qué tal? I was in Salamanca, deep divers. I'll be back. But I love all of you. Much love to you, deep divers. One love. Bless up. Peace. Much love to everybody in the chat. We out. We out.